Hello, my name is Alvin and I'm the mayor of San Angelo. I was elected in a special election, a runoff, in December of 2008, started serving in January of 2009. I feel now my feet are wet and I understand this job fully. I enjoy doing the job, and it's something that I feel is a duty and a responsibility that I have the opportunity to fulfill, and so it's my pleasure to get to do this. I like working on the city's problems, and when I was elected, I really wanted to tackle issues that had been planned and talked about for a long time. So at this point, that's what I'm trying to do with the rest of the council. I want to work on water issues and the security and dependability of our water future. I want to work on infrastructure issues like water pipes and streets and those types of infrastructure investments. And I want to work on downtown development, and that's how we've brought along the master developer plan to tackle that project. So you think of RUDAD and other projects that were started in the early 90s planning what to do with downtown. I'd like to be part of helping us implement those plans. I think we started working on water 50 years ago. I want to help us get the Hickory Aquifer implemented and brought to San Angelo. So those are the things that prompted me to want to run for mayor, and they're the things that we're trying to accomplish now as a council. I started in San Angelo. I moved here in 1981 to go to Angelo State University. Patricia and I met in college and married and finished college as a married couple, each of us. I ended up with a business degree in management. Patricia ended up as an educator and taught school for years. We ended up having children later in, not late in life, but later, 35 years old for me. And so our girls are in high school now, in junior high, soon to enter high school. And that's where we spend all of our time. My kids ride horses, and we go all over the state chasing kids and trying to help them compete well with their horseback riding. My wife is fully in charge of that and spends all of her energy and time either doing work for the organizations involved with horseback riding or doing things with the school that the girls attend and doing the typical things that moms do when they take charge of their kids' lives and get involved in all of their activities. I spend my time working on with my partners looking for businesses to invest in and entrepreneurs to help, as well as running a ranch and taking care of hunting and vacation opportunities through my ranch operations, and obviously spend a fair amount of time being mayor of San Angelo and working on our issues. That includes trips to Washington, D.C., trips to Austin, trips to Del Rio, trips to Lubbock, trips to Midland or Abilene, trying to make area commitments occur so that we do well politically. When we talk about our opportunities, it's going to be very important that we are able to move the ball forward as a West Texas region, particularly on issues like water and highway infrastructure, because the population in this state is aggregating around the golden triangle of I-45 and I-35. Those of us in West Texas all need to be on the same page. And so for those reasons, we're working very hard to build good relationships with people in the small towns around San Angelo and with the other communities roughly our size in West Texas to make sure we move forward together economically and that we move forward together politically. Unfortunately, when you think about the way I don't like the analogy, but I can't think of another one. If you think of the way a war is fought, it's a battle on a lot of fronts. And so you don't get the opportunity to say, this is the issue and this is where we're going to put all of our resources, because you have to make choices with resources in a lot of different directions. When I ran for mayor, I had no intention of working on garage sales. I had no intention of working on a smoking ban. I had no intention of working on several other issues, but they come in front of you and you deal with them the best that you can and make the best decisions you can as a council, and you move forward. But the things that brought me to mayor and encouraged me to run, made me feel like it was my turn in civic duty, was the water issue. When you look right now, when it's been months since we've had decent rains and years since we've had a rain event that filled our lakes, it makes you think we better pay attention to what's going on with our water resources. I was most thoughtful about that when I decided to run for mayor. I knew that we had been talking about the Hickory Aquifer for decades, that we had at one time bought pipe and then not completed the project. I knew that we had water master work or water advisory boards. The mayor had put one together before me. Also, state representative at the time, Rob Janelle, put one together. There had been a lot of planning. It just seemed like to me it was time to launch and get some of this stuff done, and that the Hickory Aquifer was the one to follow through on, and so that's what we're doing. My favorite thing about San Angelo is that this is a big, small town. This is not a small, big city. And I really like that. I grew up in West Texas in two smaller communities, and I have spent a lot of time in Lubbock, Midland, Odessa, Wichita Falls, Abilene, other communities roughly our size. I really like the people here in San Angelo. I like the fact that we're independent in our nature, but caring enough that we're very giving when it comes to taking care of others. And so that's the thing about San Angelo that comes to mind as my favorite thing. I think that gives you some idea of my background and how I got involved, and also lets you see what we're working on as a council and what my priorities are as your mayor.